Yes,
Then
exactly.
of course the real true love, the true thing, yeah, it exists. It exists. It's very difficult to find. It
Mm-hmm.
exists and it's very difficult to find. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people find it. Now, how you find it, whether through a love marriage or through an arranged marriage, that's all different. But yeah, true love exists.
This leads us to the next question in this podcast. Is it
I
real
want
love, and how do you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Sadia. Sadia, let's hear what you have to say.
there's something I always say that love is just an emotion, really. You can fall in love with your cats, your pets, your puppies, animals. You
Actually,
can
you're so right.
fall in love with anybody, a true friend. Not in that sense, but love is really an emotion, and the depth of how intensely you choose to love one particular person, like in the case of a spouse, is your choice completely. It
Mm-hmm.
depends on how deep you can have a connection with that person. And by connection, I mean, um, that people are really spiritually connected sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you see that people are so close to each other that if one is in another city and he's thinking about the other, they actually feel it. That kind of a connection. I'm talking about, what do they call it? Vibes?
That's empathic connection, telepathic connection.
Yes,
And
telepathic connection.
let me add
Exactly.
here, it's actually scientifically proven that in in lovers or in those people that are in love or very
And
closely
this connection
attached,
can
an
also
empathic
just simple friend.
communication exists.
Hmm.
Sometimes it can, in fact, even with total strangers, I might be thinking about just an acquaintance, and coincidentally, that person might be thinking about me at that very moment. So it's
Okay.
like, I think love, it's in today's time, especially, I
Mm-hmm.
think you can control it. You can control who you fall in love with and how deeply you can love someone.
Okay, I would have to differ on that with you because I don't
Oh,
think you
that
can control it when you fall in love with someone, but when it is a romantic kind of love. But yeah, I do agree that there has to be a level of control on how you love your best female friend, how you love your classmate, your cousin, your own brother, your own mother, your father, your uncles. They're all different kinds of love. They're faces of love.
In
But
love,
you also have
all
to
these
control how you feel for
things that,
them because you can't love them at the same level as you're loving your spouse, basically. That love is different.
yes. And then, like, if you are in love with a spouse, maybe, or a partner, and you look at all these stages also exist in real love. They are part
Mm-hmm.
of. So while you are in real love, the real love, you can even have lust, infatuation, obsession for that same person.
Okay, so that makes love so complicated. Oh my God.
It does.
No, it's
you know
complicated.
from all this thing, I would want you to remove infatuation and obsession. These
Okay.
both of these are very transitory. Obsession, yeah, it's possible, but then it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't it doesn't have the qualities of the true love. Okay, because when you truly love somebody, you accept them as they are. Okay, you're not seeking to change anybody. You are accepting of them with their flaws, with their
Mm-hmm.
good side and their flaws. Now, infatuation and obsession, in these two, you're failing to even recognize that person has flaws.
Mm-hmm.
So this is one aspect of them that definitely separates them from love.
Mm-hmm.
Now, love, you see, when let me make it this way, when we are talking about true love, we are saying we're talking about the love that exists between a male and a female who are either spouses or prospective spouses. I would want to use the term partners as such, okay, or they are
Not talk,
romantically
yeah,
engaged.
we can't
But
use the word
basically,
partner because it has a different definition in modern times now.
yes. So basically, a girl and a guy who are romantically involved. Okay. So using the term true love for them, yes, it exists. It's very difficult to find, but if you find it, never lose it. That's one.
Mm-hmm.
And then two, how would you know it's true or not? There is no way of knowing whether it's true or not.
No way. Seriously, I think there is.
There isn't. It's only time that would show you whether it's true or not. And that is
Sadia,
where I'm going. True love endures time.
Sadia, what is your take on this?
I think you can know if it is true love. You will definitely.
Yeah. Look, Sama, let me explain why I think so. Then, Sadia, you can add something to it. Why I think you know when it is true love is because you can isolate why you love that person. You don't love the person because of his or her looks, because looks fade. So you want to be with that person regardless. You are not in love, or you don't crave for the person's company because it has anything to do with financial attractions or any kind of physical attraction. You
Yeah.
want to be there for the person, whether the person is going through happy moments or sadness, especially in their sad moments. You want to be there for them,
Yes.
and you don't put any conditions when you love that person, like proper love, real love. You are also willing to, like, accept the person with the flaws and everything and try to make the relationship work. And the main thing you want to do is be with the person as long as you live.
Yes. No, what I'm saying is you on your own part would know it. Okay.
Uh-huh.
You as an individual will know it. But how would you
Yeah.
know if the other person also loves you truly or not? That is where I'm saying is only time that shows.
Yeah, time will tell. Yes, time will
And
tell, because then the
that's
person will
what I'm saying.
reciprocate.
So true love is only that which resists the tests of time and circumstances. It stays strong. It stays strong. And yes, and you know, those mental connections and all you would form with everybody, but that which you form with your true love is extremely strong. It's an extremely strong
Hmm.
telepathic connection.
Yeah. Yes. Sadi, do you want to
So
add anything?
No, I think it's okay for now.
it's
Okay,
okay
I think.
because this is not a conversation for a small time, but yes,
That
Yeah,
is it. Try to chip in again.
yeah,
yeah, maybe elaborate more
y-
on this in future.
yes, because you know, essentially, as I would have added it earlier, but the whole phenomena of love, of these emotions, is all just in the brain, you know. It's
Yes,
all just, it's all just the chemicals.
Hmm. That's true. That's very, very true.
We should talk on this
So,
another time.
yeah, so basically, at least we three agree that love does exist, and how to
Yes.
identify true love. And but one thing I would like to add before leaving, before we end this podcast, is the youth today, they need to draw a line between the love they feel for someone they do not want to marry and someone that they know they will marry eventually and live with. In our
yeah,
culture, especially because arranged marriages is the most preferred form of marriages, I would like to, like, offer this advice to the youths that they should refrain from following this idea about lust and infatuation and just time pass kind of relationships, especially like if they do not intend to marry that person. They shouldn't do that. It's
very.
wrong at different levels, and at some point or the other, and in some way or the other, it like has a lasting damaging effect on both of their own personalities, their reputation, their mindsets, and
Exactly.
most importantly, morally and religiously it's wrong. Try to keep a boundary between how you can love a simple male friend and how you would love a life partner or someone that you would marry eventually. You can't love them at the same level. There has to be some boundaries. Likewise, for the boys, if they are trying to date a girl, they are not sure they can marry her, they should not become that intimate or cross the lines that they wouldn't cross with a person that is not their spouse. They need to respect that.
Importantly, most
Yeah.
importantly, know that love is not a forced feeling. You cannot force someone to love you. And if you love someone, it should feel right. It should just feel right, to be in that relationship.
Yeah, I do have one thing that has just come to my mind now, Sadia. What is your opinion about saying that we have to let go of the person we love. If it's true, then the person will come back.
Yes, that's true. You can't force your feelings over the other person.
Yes. And yeah, it's true. What's yours will always remain yours. You let the
Mhm.
person, if it's yours, it will always come back. It will
Mhm.
always
Okay.
come.
Yeah, I agree with that too, at least.
Wasn't
So,
meant to
ladies,
be.
it was fun having this chat with you, and I hope we'll have more of these conversations in the near future. Dear listeners, please subscribe to our channel and send in your questions and queries so that we can address those as well. Have a nice day.
Love, peace, bye.
Bye.
Bye.